Can you guys hear me? Alright, so to introduce myself, I'm Giga. I am an anime reviewer, also an anime commentator and ranter, and I do a bridge series as well. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have actually seen my stuff. So I've got a quick clip from my most recent video for the people who have never seen my stuff before. So I'll play that and then we'll get on to the Q&A. It's just a quick 3-minute clip.
Claimed that anime has been in vain, and all it took was a strong female lead, plot. Over-the-top action, plot. Ridiculous comedy, plot. More plot up the ass, and of course, hands down, the best line to come out of 2013. The series shows a lot of promise with its complete over-the-top nature and entertaining fights, but has been a bit hit or miss, especially with Marco being the worst thing to happen to comic relief characters since Jar Jar Binks, and the plot is so erratic that I sometimes don't even know if I'm supposed to take it seriously or not.
My father was killed with this weapon, so tell me what you know about these scissors, Satsuki! Fool! I know everything about scissoring. What? You heard me.
By the time summer rolled around, the Attack on Titan hype train was still going into full effect, and nothing could stand in its way. It was the hot word on everyone's lips, and nobody could stop talking about it. Attack on Titan this, Attack on Titan that. Attack on Titan is the only anime worth watching this year. Something needed to be done to shake the community up. Something needed to be done to give the community another thing to talk about. Something needed to be done to set the community free. In the summer, Kyoto Animation freed up female viewers around the world with their newest show, Free. The show started form as a quick 30-second animation reel that aired on TV, only to be announced as a full show a few months later in reply to the sound of about 100 million openings. It exploded. What Free did for anime that no one else had attempted before was to give the ladies some pure, unadulterated fan service. And this apparently meant the death of anime. Yes, masses of guys took this as a personal offense to their gender and the possible homosexuality of the show, which I found ridiculous. I mean, what's so gay in a show about a group of Nicholas Calvin Klein models showing their friendship by stripping in front of each other and diving into a pool of hot, steaming water while they drool? Wait a minute, Tumblr. This isn't a plot synopsis.
Rain sank as he slowly took off his pants.
Not that this is my type of thing either, but there's nothing wrong with giving the ladies exactly what they want, showing them a pure friendship between a group of guys as they play around in water, which symbolises their love for swimming, and nothing else.
Alright, so that's a preview of the types of videos I do. So yeah, let's open up for a Q&A, I guess. Who wants to go first?
Okay, so I know you watched Kimigana Zamiya because you listed it on Rumbling Hearts. Kimigana Zamiya?
Rumbling Hearts.
Yeah. I saw it on my anime list, and you gave it a 7 out of 10. Can you tell me what was the negative things and the good things that you liked about the show?
Okay, Rumbling Hearts. I watched that a while ago, so my memory's a bit fuzzy, but the good thing I liked about Rumbling Hearts was that it was a romance anime, and it wasn't just, it was more, because the thing I don't like about romance anime normally is that it's so simple. You have 26 episodes about a guy and a girl, and then they tease the relationship for the whole 26 episodes, and then the guy ends up with the girl, the anime ends up with like a kiss or something ridiculous like that, and then it just ends. and that's it. And that's just the romance right there. So the thing I liked about Rumbling Hearts was the relationship was started at the beginning of the anime, which is similar to, is any of you watching Golden Time this season? Golden Time does that, and I'm really into Golden Time for that reason, because the romance is expanded upon more than just these two characters get together and that's the end of the story. Because we all know real relationships go further than that. Anyone else? What got me to review on YouTube? Okay, so this is going to sound like such an Asian answer, but okay, so I've been reviewing for about 5 years now, and the way I started it was, I was revising for a maths exam. as Asians do, and I was bored out of my mind, so I was like, I saw some people had started some reviews on YouTube, and I was like, yeah, I think I can do that. You know, that seems like something that I could do. So basically what happened was I scripted and recorded and edited a review in one night, thinking that nobody would watch it. And to be fair, nobody did watch it. And yeah, I just enjoyed the process of just giving my opinions, because one of the big reasons I got into reviewing was because I don't really have, like, my real life friends aren't really into anime, so I've got nobody to geek over with anime with. So I just turned to the internet, and that was the reason I got into reviewing, because I just love talking about anime, and this gives me the outlet to talk about anime. Thank you very much, X. Yeah. Next question? Anyone? The second season of Sword Art Online. Okay, who here has seen Sword Art Online? Who here likes Sword Art Online? Let me rephrase that question. Who here likes the first half of Sword Art Online? Yeah. If any of you have seen my review of Sword Art Online, I thought it was a good show. It was a lot of fun. At the beginning, it had a really good start. And then the second half came out, and it just kind of it was a downhill spiral from there. So, am I looking forward to the second season? You know what? Yes, I am. Funnily enough, I gave Sword Art Online quite a bad review. But the reason I'm looking forward to the second season is because I'm looking forward to seeing what the Japanese do with first-person shooters. Because I'm not really that into MMOs, so I was hoping Sword Art Online would maybe kind of get me into the world of MMOs, but it really wasn't that kind of anime. So I'm more into first-person shooters, and Season 2 is going to be about first-person shooters. So that's why I want to see they're taking it, because I think it'll be really interesting. Do I think it's going to be good? I don't think so. It's shit. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't think it's going to be good, but yeah, that's it. Anyone else? Were you the guys who asked the school day question earlier? Oh.
Everybody loves school days.
Yeah, everyone loves school days.
Going on the Sword Art Online thing, have you watching Log Horizon at all?
I have watched the first few episodes of Log Horizon.
It's really not Sword Art Online.
It's not Sword Art Online. So, for any of you who don't know, Log Horizon is an anime that's airing right now. It's about a bunch of gamers that are trapped in a video game, you know? And I say that and everyone thinks, Sword Art Online, I've gone out of that. But it's actually different for Sword Art Online, because I think it's more an anime for gamers, because it's unlike Sword Art Online, where it was just set in a video game and that was it. Log Horizon goes into more of the game mechanics. So if you are into MMOs, I do recommend Log Horizon, because I think yes. That's Log Horizon cosplay right there. But yeah, if you like MMOs, I do recommend Log Horizon. Anyone else?
What's your favourite anime?
I knew someone was going to ask that.
School days!
It's not school days. Let's not get into that. It depends on my mood. Because when you say favourite anime, my favourite anime just skips for, if I'm in that happy mood, something like Great Teacher Onizuka. I love Great Teacher Onizuka. If I'm in an indie mood, something like Beck. If any of you have seen Beck, it's an awesome anime about a band. If I'm in a depressing mood, something like Karen no Kyokai. And just, if I'm going for blind recommendations, if any of you have not seen something like Fate Zero or Baccano, those are the two blind recommendations I can recommend to anyone, and I know that they will enjoy it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a lot of fun. It's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's basically like the Gurren Lagann of shonen. It's so over the top, and it's a bit campy as well. It's just like it's like the guys there are so manly and so have such overdeveloped muscles that it borders the line from manliness to campness. But that's what I love about it. It doesn't take itself seriously at all. Toriko. I'm okay with Toriko. Toriko is kind of like One Piece if instead of finding the One Piece they were finding food. That's basically Toriko.
Equal's next state project. Do you want a remake of Fate Stay Night or Heaven's Feel or?
Okay, so later this year, the sequel to Fate Stay Night, the sequel to Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night is being made in the fall, and the route that they've gone for, it was, I should expand on this. It was based on a visual novel with multiple endings and multiple routes. So all the fans are getting riled up over which one they're going to adapt. And the one that they are meant to be adapting is a completely original route. Right? I really like this because I think if they just go for one storyline, then they won't be able to cover everything. Like someone will be disappointed. But they're making a completely original route. They're writing something completely original, and so I'm looking forward to that. And it's being written by the original writer himself. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Thanks.
Are there any other reviewers that online you'd really like to do a collaboration with?
It's funny you say that because I am sort of in a collaboration group at the moment. I'm in a podcasting group called Podtaku. And Podtaku and J-Taku, which is basically a collaboration of different YouTube reviewers who go in one place and we dick around in Skype calls. We record it, and for some reason, people enjoy it. So, we are not talking about Mentaku. Shut up! Shut up! Don't ask. Yes.
So opinion on Space Dandy?
What do I think of Space Dandy? I really am liking Space Dandy. Is anyone else watching Space Dandy right at the moment? Are you watching it dubbed or subbed? Why are you watching it subbed? Oh, is it because it's the original Japanese release? The dub has a Toy Story reference. Come on, how can you beat that? Come on. I'm only joking, man, but I'm enjoying Space Dandy, and the reason I'm enjoying it is because it's made by the director who made Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. If you guys have heard of those shows, I hope you have. But I'm enjoying Space Dandy because it gives the same feel as Space Dandy, as Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. But at the same time, it's also being released dubbed and subbed simultaneously. So there's none of this, oh, it's sub first crap that, dub versus sub debates happen. So you can watch it in whatever language you like, and it's coming out at the same time. And if you like Cowboy Bebop, I highly recommend Space Dandy because it gives a very similar feel to Cowboy Bebop. Zach.
Is there manga, anime adaptation? Is there an anime adaptation of manga that you just thought?
I can't hear anything you say. Can you come in?
They can never hear me.
Can you just come to the front, mate?
Yeah. Is there an anime adaptation of a manga that you just thought was completely terrible and you just thought it should have never been made?
Are you talking about School Days? You can see this is going to be a running joke. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Is there an anime adaptation of a manga that you just thought was just so bad it should never have existed?
Manga adaptation that I thought never should have happened. Zetman, I didn't watch Zetman. I've heard that was a horrible, horrible adaptation, which is why I didn't watch it. Negima. If anyone, no. Come on. Have you read the Negima manga?
Yes, of course I have.
It's amazing. It's a really good shonen. And the Negima anime was just a very generic harem high school anime where the main character is Bose. It's great. Who knows what Greg Arias sounds like? Yeah. Imagine Greg Arias playing a 13-year-old Welsh boy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Flowers of Evil had a bad adaptation, in my opinion.
Oh, I don't know. Aki no Hana. Flowers of Evil is a manga that got adapted into an anime, but instead of animating it with the usual anime style, they rotoscoped it. So what rotoscoping means is they shot it in live action and then just traced over it. So they got live action footage and just traced over it. And I think that's a very controversial anime, but I think you either love it or hate it because the art style is so unique and it's so different that I think a lot of people just rejected it because it didn't look like an anime. I actually enjoyed it. I liked the art style because it looked like real life, but it just looked a bit off because it was a horror show. So I thought that helped Aki no Hana. But I can totally get why you do not like Aki no Hana. Yes.
I've kind of got two questions. First one is, I know you in the bridge panel you said that you were like had like interest in doing a bridging of like Fate Zero and Steins Gate. Have you ever considered like possibly taking part as I know that you say that you're an anime reviewer, not really an abridger, but have you ever considered like taking part in like other voice acting roles in like other bridges? Like for example, your Kyon in your Disappearance was probably very accurate. And the second question is, when's your next review coming out? Is it Attack on Titan?
Okay, so to answer your first question, I have thought about going to other abridged series, but I am not. I can't voice act. I don't have confidence in my own voice acting, and the reason I say that is because I can't really not talk like this. Like I'm really bad at hiding my accent and hiding my voice. So the problem I have with voicing in other people's abridged series is that they're going to hear my voice and it can be like, that's Giga from the Anime Zone who does reviews, what's he doing in a bridge series? So that's the reason I don't normally get involved in a bridge series apart from writing and directing my own. As for when my Attack on Titan review is coming out, which has been requested about 1,000,001 times, honestly, I don't know. The reason that I haven't done it so far is because at the moment, everything about Attack on Titan has been said at the moment. Like, dare I ask, have you guys seen Attack on Titan? Do you guys already have an opinion on it? Yeah. Would my opinion change your opinion at all, whatsoever? Exactly. No, so that's the reason I might do it when a dub comes out. That's the only reason I might do it. But at the moment, I think it's a bit saturated, and I think. Do you guys like Attack on Titan? how much you like Attack on Titan. Because yeah, I thought Attack. See, this is where the controversy comes out. I thought it was good, but I thought it wasn't the best anime ever.
Get out!
Drop the mic!
No, the reason that the action and the story were great, but I just thought the characters were just a bit meh. Like, for example, I thought Eren was quite a boring main character because he has just like one emotion, which is just anger and revenge. Like, I think he just wakes up every morning and just goes, "Oh, I think it's a good day for fucking revenge." Do you not think so? You know, Mikasa was interesting. She was a strong female character, which is something we need to see more of in anime, in my opinion. And Armin was a bitch with a brain. That's basically it. So yeah, that's my Attack on Titan review in a nutshell. Put it on YouTube. Next question.
Have you seen Kingdom?
Kingdom. I have not. But I have seen clips of it, and the CG looks absolutely shite. Like Berserk movies. Has anyone here seen Berserk?
Oh yes!
Have you seen the movies?
Yes!
The CG in Berserk, like, the thing about, okay, Berserk, the original anime of Berserk had one of the best story characters writing I've ever seen. The problem with it was made in 1997 and it looked like it was animated using PowerPoint. It looked ridiculously bad. So when the movies came out, I was hyped because they had a bigger budget, but the problem with the movies is they use CG, and the CG looks like it was set in a PS2 dimension. Sorry? Not a dragon. Sorry? Face Stay Night Dragon. No. If anyone sees Face Stay Night, you will know that there's a scene in Face Stay Night where what happened in the original material was the two characters were having sex, okay? So they obviously can show that in the anime adaptation. So what they did is they made a CG dragon, making and had it like eat the main character, and that symbolized sex. I know, right? It was one of the weirdest scenes, and it was so poorly animated. But if you've seen Face Stay Night, the original, I don't recommend you watch it because it's absolutely crap anime. But if you've seen the original anime, that's how they did the sex scenes. Yeah. Anyone else? I am not watching Boku no Pico.
Do it!
Okay, anyone else? You. Inferno God. It's the best dumb anime I've ever seen. Inferno God is the same people who are making Kill la Kill right now, and done by the same people who made Gurren Lagann. And it's basically with the creators made a new studio, and the first anime they made was Inferno Cop, which was a comedy that looked like if you took South Park, injected it with crack, and that's basically Inferno Cop. Next question.
What do you like about Crocodile? Because he's also one of my favorite characters from One Piece.
Crocodile?
Yeah.
Does anyone watch One Piece? I love the way everyone was just like, yeah, I watch One Piece. What I like about Crocodile is the first real badass character in the anime. He's the first villain that really poses any kind of threat because, spoiler alert, the Crocodile fucking pierces Luffy, the main character, and he's the closest to death he's ever been. And the reason I like Crocodile was he epitomizes everything cool I like about villains in anime, because I love to an extent, I like villains more because they are much more interesting characters than the typical goody two-shoe good guys. Actually, no, my favourite characters, which I haven't seen recently, are the anti-heroes. People like Light Yagami and Lelouch and Brando. Who? No, that's a villain. That's not an anti. Stop confusing me. People like that who basically cross the line between good and evil, and you don't know if they're good, and you don't know if they're evil. That's the kind of characters I like. I think that's a lot. That kind of character is a lot more interesting to watch than just the I'm gonna save the world because I feel like it and I'm just a good guy.
Do you believe in the controversy that he's going to be a woman? Or, are you familiar with the controversy that he's actually a woman?
Who is?
Crocodile.
Not done by a man.
No.
Okay.
I don't even know. Is this a fan theory?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't even know if I want to hear it. Was it done by Tumblr?
I don't know.
It sounds like something Tumblr would make. I'm not gonna lie. Did you guys watch Free, by the way? Yes. Okay, wait. Hands up who watched Free. Hands up who watched it for the swimming. You lied. Why would you lie like that?
I'm not a liar!
Yes, I enjoyed Free for the swimming. Said no one ever.
I enjoyed it for the water.
Oh, the water. The water is so sexy, isn't it? If not, I do. If you enjoy sports anime, I do recommend Kuroko's Basket, which is basically like if you're a girl, you're gonna like it for the man service. But the difference between Free and Kuroko's Basket is that it's a really good sports anime as well. Like you get real pumped up because it's a basketball anime, and you get real pumped up for these matches, and the matches are so well done. But then the characters are kind of just like man service characters, basically. So both girls and guys can watch it and enjoy it equally. So I recommend that sports anime for anyone who's interested. Yes. Anyone else have a question?
Favourite dog?
Favorite dub?
Hellsing.
Cowboy Bebop.
Hellsing. Hellsing is a very good. Are you talking about Hellsing Ultimate? Yes. Hellsing Ultimate is a very good dub. I can't imagine anyone but Crispin Freeman playing Alucard. He is a true Alucard in my heart. Favorite dub? Oh, I can go on forever. Obviously the original Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, that got. Come on, it's not the best dub ever. Come on. I mean, sorry. Black Lagoon's an awesome dub. Black Lagoon's an awesome dub. I think Beck is one of my favourite dubs because basically all these Beck is an anime about a band, and they had songs sung by the original Japanese voice actors. And unlike some anime you see, they dubbed over every single song, and it sounds better than the original. It sounds better than the Japanese because the thing about the original Beck release was that it was sung by Japanese people, but it had English lyrics. So you had the typical English pronunciations where Japanese people trying to pronounce English. So when they dubbed over it, it actually sounded like a proper song and not some random Asians trying to speak English. So that's what I liked about Beck. Golden Boy. I love Golden Boy. Golden Boy is the epitome of an anime that's so bad, it's amazing. Funny story about Golden Boy, you might not know this, but the voice actor for the main character in Golden Boy has only voiced in Golden Boy. And the reason he's only voiced in Golden Boy was because he didn't think that he could top his performance in Golden Boy. So for that reason, he's never done another anime apart from Golden Boy. I highly recommend Golden Boy if you like complete toilet humor and just the lowest of the low humor ever. Sorry? How much fan service? Ooh, I mean, okay, how much fan service? Okay, so one of the scenes in Golden Boy is there's a girl who's really into motorbike racing. Like, really into it. And she's so into it that her character introduction is her having an orgasm on top of a revving motorbike. Yes! So she was fully clothed. It wasn't any nudity, but the manga was like a hentai manga, wasn't it? It's hilarious, but it's very low grade. Sorry? Yeah, well, all anime characters have big boobs. Did High School of the Dead not teach you anything? No, boobs can totally move like that, man. Do you not know anime physics? I haven't seen High School DxD.
Please do.
Freezing is a good ecchi show. I will give Freezing that. Freezing is Aiken's just stupid. That's like, okay, Aiken is an anime where the girls have the biggest breasts I've ever seen. Like, they're literally like bowling balls. No, they're bigger than bowling balls. They're like boulders. If a girl took a watermelon and stuck two of them under their shirt, that's basically Aiken. And it was like, these breasts were so big that if a planet was revolving around them, I would not be surprised if they had gravitational pulls. That's kind of the size I'm talking about here. I don't like this route we're going down. Can we get an anime that's not so much porn?
What do you think what's your favourite demographics? Like shonen, seinen,
Well, not yaoi.
Yuri?
My favourite demographic, probably seinen at the moment. Seinen because I'm really into shonens. I love a good shonen, but the thing about shonen, it's quite predictable, and once you've seen one shonen, you've seen most of them. If you've seen Naruto, then you kind of know what's going to happen in Bleach. The main character defeats the evil villain, and we can get into an argument about which one's the better anime. Nobody will care, but like we could get into an argument. But I do like seinen. Like I love my Berserks, and if you read Gantz the manga, Gantz the manga is a really good manga. The ending wasn't there, but it was much better than the anime.
Have you ever thought about doing any more like top 25, top 10 lists, like when you had your epically cool list or anything like that?
I have. I've thought about doing more. The only reason I haven't is because they take a shitload of time to do. Because one review is hard enough work as it is, and when I'm doing a top list, I'm basically doing like 20 reviews in one. And like I did my top 20 list when I was still in university. So now I'm out of university, I've got a full-time job, so I've got a lot less time to work on YouTube videos than I did before. So I do have a lot of ideas for top 20, top 10 lists, but it will probably be in less detail than my original one.
Which in your opinion is the best? To the microphone again. Sorry guys. Which in your opinion is the best Studio Ghibli film? Give me that one.
This is where the entire audience is looking at me and judging. Nausicaa, Valley of the Winds. That is my favourite. That's my favourite because I think that was the movie that basically formed Ghibli. Because that was the movie that formed Ghibli. So I've got a real personal attachment to that. But I like a lot of Ghibli films. I like Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, House Moving Castle. I'm not too big a fan of, but at least as long as I don't do another Tales of Earthsea, I will be happy. I will be happy because that was a bad Ghibli film. What's my favourite anime by Key? I should just say Clannad, just so everyone will be happy with me. Sorry? Honestly, I haven't seen much. I don't know. Honest opinion, I don't watch much Key anime. Like, who has seen Clannad? I'm sure it's a good show, but I couldn't get through it because I can see how emotionally manipulative it was. The reason I I can't get into key anime is because their character designs have such massive eyes. Like, it seems like you can look into another dimension through their eyes. So just how much like highlights and stuff that they have. And like, I think I went to the Clannad with the wrong state of mind, because the thing that everyone was telling me was, dude, you gotta watch Clannad. The tears, man, the tears. You're gonna cry, man. You're gonna cry. And then I think I went into it with the wrong attitude, because I just wasn't as affected by it as everyone else. Has anyone seen Anohana, by the way? Yeah. No, I prefer that over Clannad, to be honest.
I know in the past you've mentioned that you went watching K-On! With the wrong mindset, and there was one of the reviews that you regretted or did look back on as if it was your best. Has there been any more apart from K-On!
Okay, so I did a K-On! Review.
Motherfucking team!
Motherfucking team! I wasn't so proud of it. I'm not so proud of it looking back, because I just didn't get K-On! When it first came out. I mean, does anyone like K-On!? What? I mean, the reason I didn't like it was because it's just a bunch of nothingness. Nothing happens in that show.
That's why I love it!
I know! That's what I've heard. It's a bunch of girls sitting around drinking tea. It's meant to be about a bunch of girls going in a band, but they don't play music. They drink tea. And for some reason people love it because it's cute. So I didn't get it. So having talked to many K-On! fans, I do understand why people love it, because it's kind of the same reason why, like, I didn't really like Lucky Star either, because that was also a bunch of cute girls talking about otaku stuff. But another anime review that I do regret is Evangelion. I reviewed Evangelion when I first started reviewing anime like 5 years ago, and I called it pretentious. I called it a lot of things, and I called it like for art fags to watch or whatever. So the reason I regret that was because my opinion of Evangelion has completely changed. Like, Evangelion is one of my favorite anime now, and because I think when I first watched it, I could not understand it. I know that's such a pretentious line, and I've used that against people who told me the same thing, but I think you have to be in the right mindset to watch Evangelion, because a lot of people recommend Evangelion, but I don't think you should watch it unless you're ready. You will know when you're ready to watch Evangelion. I first watched Evangelion when I was 13 years old. Like, and there was just, what was an innocent 13-year-old boy meant to think when he was watching End of Evangelion and you saw Shinji, the main character, masturbating over a comatose Asuka? I mean, that's how fucked up it gets. It's quite dark, but I think it is quite dark. It's not the darkest, but it is quite dark. But I just didn't get it back then. If you're in the mood for something depressing, then yeah, I think you'll get Evangelion perfectly, because it was the director at the time was in depression when he made it, so you can seriously feel that when he makes it, which is why it makes no sense whatsoever. But that's part of the charm of it. Anyone else at the back? Because you haven't asked many questions. You're gonna have to come up front. Come to the front. Put you on the spot.
What dubbed comedy anime would you recommend?
Comedy anime. The name Cromartie High School.
Oh yeah!
Cromartie High School is actually one of my favourite dubs, because it was made all the way back in 2003, and if you watch it, you see some of the jokes they tell, and it's like, this is like an abridged series, except it's an anime. Like, you see references like internet trolls, and stuff like that. And it's an amazing anime, and it's one of the shows that you can only watch dubbed, because for my personal preference, if I watch a comedy anime, I have to watch it dubbed, because I think as much as I just don't find it as funny if I'm reading jokes rather than if I'm hearing it. I know some people might be different, but that's just a personal preference. Another comedy dub I do like is the Baccarin Test, which came out recently. I think that was a really fun dub done by Funimation. But yeah, comedy anime aren't really my forte, but those are the two ones I really do recommend. Next question. Last question, or do you want me to? Alright, one last question, guys. Alright, since you haven't asked me yet.
Sorry, what do you think about the last Hunter x Hunter episodes? What do you think about the last Hunter x Hunter episodes?
Since we're running late, I can't give you a long answer, but the latest Hunter x Hunter episode is amazing. I love Hunter x Hunter. It's a really good shonen that got remade recently, and if you're into shonen, it's much better than Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. I would say that. And I think that's all I've got time for today. So thank you everyone who joined us today. If you haven't seen my stuff, I recommend you check out my YouTube channel where I do this sometimes. It's GIGGUK, but thank you very much.